EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
A kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Here's Flacco. Under pressure, they got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
To throw is Rodgers.
Got his man. It's Gainwell.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
That is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a run straight ahead with Warren. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
Second and 9.
Play action. Flacco.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. From the gun, Flacco.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 37.
That's good for Bengals. First down. A gain of 37 yards. First down, Bengals.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying for it with P-Ryan.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Brown.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Here's Flacco. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Andre Yoshivas. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Warren. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Rodgers.
Down to the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter from Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Flacco.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Passing play, Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
2 yards to go, second down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Chase Brown.
Taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers.
He'll try and do this himself.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They toss it to Warren.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Flacco. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Flacco. And that one complete once again to Higgins. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And they're going to have have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Flacco from the gun.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
To pass, Flacco.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
McPherson on for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
And now out come the Steelers.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
To throw is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Warren.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Rodgers now to throw.
That is caught.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
From the gun, a give the game run. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Demetrius Knight, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
An anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. Got him in, it's Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the 2nd half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run it. Warren. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Warren.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. They'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Here's Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Warren.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Demetrius Knight able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Flacco.
This one complete to Yoshivas.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. It brings up
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Flacco looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
And they give to Brown on the option.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Right back to Brown. Avoids him at the 40.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A Bengal 1st down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. 2nd and 10.
Here's Flacco. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco.
And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing is Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Warren will try the right side.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 64 yards.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Open man is Yoshivas.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Once more, it's Flacco. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
T. Higgins.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. McPherson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the run, it's Warren.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Looking to put a drive together. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3.
To throw is Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Warren,
34 yards.
and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Boswell for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the sneak, here's Flacco.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. Flacco will use the arm this time. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. This is Brown going up the middle. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They give it to Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now 2nd and 4.
They will toss to Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Now Flacco. And he is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Flacco. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Flacco. Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3.
Pressure mounting. Flacco. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.